Okay. Hi, Ryan. Thanks for coming in today. I really appreciate it, and I'm excited for our session today. Can you start us off with just like telling me like a little bit more about yourself and like what you do day to day and what brings you in?
Well, I'm 27 years old, and I used to be active. I used to run like cross country track for like over 10 years, and I recently kind of stopped running, so I'm not really as active as I used to be before. And recently when I went to the doctor said, well, my blood test results came back that I was pre-diabetic. And then the doctor and me, we didn't really didn't know why I was diagnosed pre-diabetic, because I was pretty active and like I don't eat like a lot of sweets and stuff. But then I guess my doctor told me that it's because it might be because I eat a lot of rice. So like rice is like really dominant in my diet. So I'm just trying to see how I can cut down on rice, since it's like such a staple in my diet.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like you are pretty healthy, you're young, and you were pretty shocked to find out that you were pre-diabetic from the doctor. And it still sounds like it could be from your diet, but it's kind of rare that someone of your age would be pre-diabetic. But the doctor advised you it could be from white rice. So you want to maybe limit that for your diet. Does that sound about right? Yeah, yes. You said yes. Sorry, lost connection. Okay, well, can you tell me a little bit more about your current diet then, if it involves a lot of white rice?
Well, I eat a lot of like Burmese food, since like that's where I'm from, and like my mom cooks like Burmese food all the time. So then like all the food that it's like rice is like, there's like the main course, and like rice is like the food that always like you're supposed to eat with it. So then like I can't really live without rice, eating all this food. So then like all the food she cooks is like it's always with rice. So I mean, I eat like vegetables and like meat and stuff like that. But every day it's like rice.
So how much do you think you consume on a daily basis? What would be your best estimate?
How much rice?
Yeah.
I would say if you're like, I guess probably around 2 cups of like cooked rice.
Okay, that's kind of like 2 servings. That's not that bad. But
like,
yeah, like a cup. But
okay.
But I kind of want to get back to, you had mentioned you were pretty active before. But not recently. Why do you think recently you haven't been as active as you were?
Well, I used to be a cross country track runner, so I ran in college and high school, and then after I graduated from college, it just wasn't part of my schedule every day anymore, because I wasn't on the team anymore. So then after I graduated, I like ran on my own like here and there, but like within more recently, the past few months, I haven't been running at all, just because I've been busy with like other things like work and stuff. But yeah, I just don't run a lot. But I started like working out, like just working out.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't been running at all. But that was my main exercise, running, right, for several years.
So you're used to doing like maybe a more of an endurance type of workout, but it's not like you haven't been doing anything. You've been still incorporating what sounds like weight training into your diet or your routine. So
Yeah, just here and there though, but not like as much as I probably want to or should be.
How much do you think you should be doing?
Well, I say right. Well, it's like I feel like my weight training is probably like on and off. So it's like I have like a good few weeks, and then like I like completely just like fall off the map, like for like a week or two. So it's like kind of like inconsistent. But I feel like I should be doing some kind of exercising or weight training, probably like, or my goal is probably at least like 5 times a week.
Okay. So I'm hearing you want to lower your rice consumption and maybe incorporate more physical activity into your routine. Out of those two, which one do you think you'd want to focus on more?
Probably my diet. I think that's more key, or it's something I want to work on more.
Okay. So tell me what about your diet you specifically want to work on.
Like probably finding or trying to incorporate more healthy options and like substituting like white rice, especially white rice, because I guess it's like my doctor said it's like high in like glucose or whatever rice is made of. So I guess that contributes to like diabetes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So what have you thought of any other options besides white rice you can substitute it with?
I mean, there are other options like brown rice or like other options, but it's just like because I'm so used to eating like Burmese food and like I grew up with them like such a staple in my diet every day. It's like Burmese cuisine doesn't. It's like it's always with white rice, so it's like you can't eat it with white rice. So it's like really hard. That's why.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be a pretty big barrier for you to like ask your mom or anyone who's cooking Burmese food if they could substitute brown rice or
It also
or
it just doesn't
quinoa. It wouldn't
doesn't
taste the
taste
same.
with other.
So
It just doesn't like go mix well with other
Yeah.
substitutions.
you had mentioned though incorporate more healthy snacks. Maybe that's something you could control more in your diet. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I know I still have, the thing is that I still have this, my body still has the same, like, metabolism, like, during, like, when I used to run. So, like, my metabolism is, like, so fast. So I'm, like, always hungry. Even though, like, I feel like it's kind of bad right now for me because my metabolism is, like, super fast, like, I'm always hungry. I'm not as active as I used to be.
Mm-hmm. So maybe what I'm hearing is potentially incorporating more fiber snacks, maybe, so maybe you feel full, and then slowly incorporating activity back into your life where it fits would be like a good option to maybe, or a better option you could probably control more than substituting white rice, but equally would help your pre-diabetic situation.
Yeah, I guess I should incorporate like more healthier snacks, and then that will allow me to cut down on rice. I mean, I can still eat rice, but I feel I definitely need to cut down on it. But I don't think I can completely take it out of my diet.
Yeah, that's fine, and you probably don't have to take it out of your diet. Consume, or maybe cutting back a little bit more would be a good start, and then slowly starting to incorporate fiber, snacks, and activity back into your life is a good. Sounds like what you're more interested in doing.
Yeah.
So how much? Let's talk more specifically about like how much are you willing to cut down your white rice at every meal, let's say. You said you had mentioned you eat 1 cup or 2 cups a day, right?
On average.
Mm-hmm. So maybe still,
Maybe I could,
what do you think you can do?
instead of eating white rice for like lunch and dinner, I could just like switch it around every day, like just have white rice only for lunch or only for dinner.
That's an easy way to cut back on rice, is only having it at 1 meal a day.
Yeah. But yeah.
It's just gonna have to pick which meal would you rather have rice at.
Yeah. But I also have to like, it also requires me to like educate my family, especially my mom, like cooks and stuff time for the family, and like it's just like, I guess it's a cultural thing, or like they've always grew up with rice, and like it's part of the culture. Like telling my mom to cut down on like rice, or like we shouldn't eat rice that much, it's like I feel like it's kind of like offensive. So it's like it's gonna just trying to educate my parents would be like, I feel like that's the part of the most difficult part.
Okay, so that would be probably the biggest barrier for you, educating your family on how important it is to cut back on rice, because your health is important to you, and they need to understand that, but not being offensive about wanting the cultural food.
Yeah. So then, especially educating like the older generation, it's like a lot harder for them to like change, and like they just take everything like more offensive.
Maybe they take it a lot more personally.
Yeah.
Because it's where it's like really, culture is very close to them, and they're really maybe religious.
That's also a lot harder since that's also grants, so that they also don't like want us, like, or like me, because I was like a first generation born here, they don't want me to like lose a sense of like culture and like stuff like that. Like,
yeah, totally understand that. So maybe we take a step back, and maybe the goal here should be to educate your family more about your situation.
Yeah, especially about the health risks.
Have you talked to your family at all about your doctor's visit?
Yeah, I have.
And how did that go?
Well, mostly with my mom. My dad and like health is like, it goes nowhere. He doesn't even go to the doctors, so it's like there's no point in talking about health to him. But my mom, she goes to like her doctor regularly, like every year. So then like I talked to her, and she said, I mean, she acknowledged that I'm like pre-diabetic, but other than that, it's like she doesn't think that's serious.
Okay. Well, at least it sounds like health is really important to your mom, and she cares, and she knows about your situation. Maybe she just needs to be explained a different way about how this could maybe affect you in the future, and it's not like, it is your choice to consume less white rice, but you're choosing your health over culture, which can be very, very difficult to talk to your parents.
Yeah. It's definitely like I definitely have to change like part of my lifestyle, and like it's just changing like just a small portion of your lifestyle. That's like so hard. Like some, it's like most of the time people are like they're on their change for like a few weeks, and then they fall off, and then it's like goes on and off.
Yeah, so you understand how hard it is to sustain change, let alone having that support system there for it has been shown, makes change easier. So,
Yeah. I think it's just the environment I'm around in, like having that support system. It's like really hard.
mhm. So what is your next step, you think, before we end our session, you'd like to do before you make, I would say, like a goal for your pre-diabetic situation?
Probably a small positive change would be, like you said earlier, try to eat just rice by just one meal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, eat rice during one meal a day instead of like all 3 meals.
Mm-hmm.
Having it for lunch or dinner.
It's completely up to you. I mean, you can honestly just start with, if you eat it at 3 meals a day, you can do 2 meals a day.
Yeah.
That would be
definitely
and see how that would
go. At least cutting rice during one meal in any meal per day, that would be like a huge step already.
Mm-hmm. On a scale of 1 to 10, like how ready do you think you are to cut back on white rice and only consume white rice 2 meals a day?
I mean, personally, I'm ready. Like I guess a 7. Like I can do it, but then it's steps up the heart of the environment I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
I can do it, but then once I'm in that, like in a different environment, like in that environment where it's just so, it's like brings it back.
Yeah. Well, you chose a 7, which is better than a 6. So
yes,
you have some confidence that you can attempt this change. So let's see how that goes, and maybe you can tell me how that works out in the next session.
That sounds great.
All right. Well, thank you, Ryan. It was good talking to you.
Thank you so much. It was great talking to you too. You've been helpful.